A transfer is the most common means by which registered land changes ownership. Currently, the Property Registration Authority finds that on average 15% of applications involving a deed of transfer are rejected each year, often for routine errors. This video will cover the main reasons why an application to register a transfer is either rejected or queried, helping you to get it right first time. Is the Form 17 lodgement form properly completed and signed, and have you lodged the prescribed fees? Have you lodged the electronic revenue stamp certificate or other evidence of revenue stamping? Where a map is required, has a map that is acceptable for registration purposes been lodged? All maps lodged must correspond with the property information as set out in the transfer deed. Have you selected the appropriate prescribed form for drafting your transfer deed? Have you included the correct county and folio number throughout, the names and addresses in the state of all the parties to the deed? Whether the property is being transferred for value or for natural love and affection, the interest in shares in which the property is to be registered, the words "hereby transfers" in the operative clause, and has the deed been dated and signed by the appropriate parties and their signatures witnessed? Is the party identified in the deed as the person transferring the property the current registered owner of the folio? Are they entitled to make this transfer as of the date on the deed? Is the person transferring described as the legal personal representative of a deceased registered owner? Or is the person transferring entitled to become a registered owner? Has the reason for their entitlement been explained? This typically occurs when a preceding application is still pending registration. The dealing number of the pending application must be cited in your deed if you intend to rely on it in order to show a person's entitlement to transfer a property. Where a burden is to be registered, have you included the required assent to the registration of this burden by the registered owner of the affected folio? Does the application involve transferring part of an existing folio? Do you intend to carry across any burdens already registered on this parent folio to the new child folio? If not, have you lodged the relevant release or partial release? Have you lodged all other relevant documents? Typical examples include the original grant of probate or letters of administration, evidence of incorporation if one or more parties to the deed is a company, and a certified court order where transfer is relying on same. Finally, it is important to note that you may wish to avail of our e-registration service. This allows practitioners to draft deeds of transfer using information directly from the Land Register, securely circulate documents to other parties, pay fees, and correspond electronically with the Property Registration Authority. For further information on transfers, our practice directions, rejection policy, and application and mapping guidelines, please consult our website. Information on our e-registration services can be accessed via eregistration.ie. Online applications can be lodged via landdirect.ie.